Hi guys, in this video we are going to learn the basics of CI installment, compound interest installment. Let's take a sample question. A sum of rupees 210 was taken as a loan. This is to be paid back in two equal installments. If the rate of interest be 10% compounded annually, then the value of each installment is. The answer to this question is rupees 121. Let's see how it works. So you took a loan of rupees 210 at 10% per annum. At the end of the first year, the amount you took increases by rupees 21 to become 231, just an increase in 10%. At which point you make your first installment of rupees 121. So you are still due rupees 110. During the second year, this 110 rupees increases by 10%. 10% of 110 is 11 and becomes rupees 121, at which point you make your second installment of rupees 121, becoming free of debt. So the relation between the amount taken and the installment amount is I into 100 by 100 plus R. First year's installment is I1. Second year's installment amount is I2. 100 by 100 plus R the whole square. Plus etc. If it is a case of 2 years, then you have to write only two terms. If it is a case of 3 years, you have to write it as I into 100 by 100 plus R plus I into 100 by 100 plus R square. If it is the case of 3 years, it will become I into 100 by 100 plus R the whole cube. Now, if you want to solve this question, you simply do 210 equals installment into 10 by 11. 100 by 100 plus R is 10 by 11 into 10 by 11 square. So you get I equals 210 by 10 by 11 plus 10 by 11 square equal to, if you solve this, you get I equals 121. This is the way to get the answer. Now moving on to the next question. Kamal took rupees 6,800 as a loan, which along with interest is to be repaid in two equal annual installments. If the rate of interest is 12.5% compounded annually, then the value of each installment is. So we know that 6,800 equals I into 100 by 100 plus R, 100 by 112.5. 112.5 plus I into 100 by 100 plus R, 112.5. Or it can be written as, simplifying, it can be written as I into 8 by 9 plus I into 8 by 9 the whole square. If you solve this, you will get the answer. But for an SSC examination, you may not need to solve it because clearly the answer is a multiple of 9 square. The answer should be a multiple of 9 square, 81. You check the options to see which one of the option is a multiple of 81. Here you have 8,100 and 4050. they are both the multiples of 9. Multiples of 81 is multiple of 9. These both are options. Options B and D are not multiples of 9. So among these options, you can clearly see that 4050 is 4050 is the most appropriate answer, because if you make 2 installments of rupees 8100, you are paying almost 16,000 rupees. 16,000 plus rupees you are paying. That much amount you need not pay. So for this question, the answer should be C. Or if you solve this equation, you will get the answer 6800 by 8 by 9 plus 8 by 9 square. Moving on to the next question. A builder borrows rupees 2550 to be repaid in compound interest at the rate of 4% per annum by the end of 2 years in 2 equal yearly installments. How much will each installment be? Pause this video and try to answer. So 2550 equals I into 25 by 26. If you 100 by 104, you should get simplified as 25 by 26. 25 by 26 square. You can either solve this, or you can say that the answer should be a multiple of 26 square. You should know the squares of all numbers up to 30. 26 squared is 676. 26 squared is 676. So among the options, check the multiple of 676. Here you can see that first option 1352 is a multiple of 676. So that is the only possible answer. Moving on to the next topic. Moving on to the next topic is down payment. If there is a down payment, a man borrowed a sum of rupees 330 at 10% per annum CA, made a down payment of rupees 120. What annual installment will discharge this debt in 2 years? So here he borrowed a sum of rupees 330 and immediately made a down payment of rupees 120. You just have to subtract it straight away. So this can be read as a man borrowed a sum of rupees 210. This should be read as a man borrowed a sum of rupees 210 at a 10% per annum CI, and we have already cancelled out the down payment part. What annual installment will discharge this debt? So we already know the answer to this question as 121 rupees. You can do it by equation, or you have just solved it earlier. Moving on to the next topic. Unequal installments. A man borrowed a sum of rupees 6,000 at 10% per annum CI. At the end of first year, he paid rupees 2,600. At the end of second year, he paid rupees 2,400. What amount should he pay at the end of third year? You can do it like this, but it is a very hard method. It is very long method. You should not do it like this. 6,000 equals 2,600 into 10 by 11 plus 2,400 into 10 by 11 square plus third year's installment. Third year's installment into 10 by 11 cube. If you do it, you will get the answer, but it's a very long and tedious method. You will get the answer, but here you should know that in this scenario, the third year's installment need not be a multiple of 11 cube. Here 2,400 is not a multiple of 11 square. 2,600 is not a multiple of 11. So the third installment need not be equal to 11 cube, multiple of 11 cube. The way you approach such questions is, you do it like this. He borrowed rupees 6,000. At the end of first year, there will be an increase of 10%. So it becomes 6,600 at the end of first year. When you pay your first installment amount of rupees 2,600, and it becomes rupees 4,000, which increases by 10% during the second year and becomes 4,400, at which time you pay your second installment of rupees 2,400 and you are left with rupees 2,000. This rupees 2,000 is in the bank for the third year and it increases by 10% during the third year to becoming 2,200 rupees. 2,200 rupees. This is the amount you should pay at the end of third year to be free of debt. This is the right way to do it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.